Hey, One Piece fans, this is Chris Bolts coming in with another article. And you see from the title right there, One Piece just got its most disliked episode since the anime's return. Now, this article is coming to us courtesy of comicbook.com. But before I get into the content, just make sure you do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really helps me out. And you see right there from the subheading, fans did not like the recap in the middle of the story's most crucial phase. And you know me, at the end of my last review for episode 1127, right when I noticed that there was going to be a recap episode, I let everybody know I hate recap episodes. It doesn't matter if it's One Piece or any anime or anything like that. I just hate the fact that as the story is getting good and it's starting to build up and it's starting to lead into something more, all of a sudden out of the middle of nowhere, hey, we're going to do a recap. We're going to recap everything. We're going to get you guys all caught up. Now, it's even doubly more so in the case here of One Piece because we all just got back from a 6-month hiatus of One Piece where basically we recapped the entire Fishman Island arc, which frankly, I was never that big of a fan of the Fishman Island arc in the original One Piece, but they did go ahead and decide to do it again with a little bit of updated animations and whatnot. But as far as content, the content is pretty much the same. There was nothing different. It's like, if you're going to do this, why not go with one of the better arcs? Like you can go with the Thriller Bark arc, you can go with Marineford, you can go all the way back to Alabasta, or one of the other arcs, the early arcs. You know, when they get to the New World or go to Skypiea. But no, they decided to go with Fishman Island arc. But be that as it may, it seems like a lot of the One Piece fans also did not like the fact that One Piece decided to go ahead and take this time to do a recap episode, because it says right here, the latest recap has thousands of dislikes on Crunchyroll. And let's go ahead and take a look at that right here. As you can see, it is ratioed. As we look at the recap episode, let me just blow that up a little bit right here. It is ratioed 13,000 dislikes to 11,000 likes. And that's just letting everybody know. I don't know what's going on with these 11,000 likes, by the way. I'm like, what are you doing? Pretty much they just told you everything that you already know about the episode. It's still scored high, which shows the loyalty of One Piece fans to this storied franchise. But if we were to go based on the ratio right here, I'd say even though they still gave it a 4.8, a lot of people still had the bone to pick with the fact that One Piece decided to go ahead and get into a recap so quickly into the season. I mean, we're only let me see. We're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes into the season, and we're already getting a recap. And then of course, look at this at the top right here. It started off with a recap, an hour, 20-minute recap, getting everybody all caught back up on the entire everything that happened up until this point before the hiatus. And then I contend that episode 1123 was a recap of sorts as well, because it really did go back to reintroducing everybody to the goings on and happenings of what was going on around Egghead Island, what happened to the that island that got completely obliterated off the face of the earth by Imu and the Gorosei. So this season has been filled with lots of recap episodes. Go back over here, and of course, we see that the episode focused on Chopper and Carrot retelling Bonnie's journey from her introduction at Sabaody Archipelago to Egghead Incident. And if you are a hardcore One Piece fan, you can go back and rewatch all those episodes, you know, if you really wanted to get that. And of course, you didn't get any additional new information regarding that, regarding the relationship between Bonnie and Kuma. That's entirely pretty much the reasoning behind the preview that's coming up here. Let me go right over to the preview. Let's go all the way to the end of this, and I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to go ahead and let it play. Okay, so you see that right there. The next episode is going to be Kuma's past, better off dead in this world. So we're starting to get the backstory of Bartholomew Kuma and why the world government wants him dead so much. That just leads me to believe, why was the recap episode necessary? Just go right into this episode right here. It's not like a lot of things were going to be is going to be, at least with the modern times with the egghead incident, it's not like there was going to be a lot of new things going on right there or whatnot. So just give us this episode right here, as opposed to jumping into a recap episode so early. And with that being in mind, I want to just go ahead and Google the number of One Piece recap episodes. Let's take a look and see here. Right, let's go right here. I'm gonna go to this list fist right here. List of One Piece recap episodes. And let's see if they have it right here. Okay, so here we go. So right here, they got 20 recap episodes. And now that with the other episodes right here, with this one right here, the E-Recap Egghead Sosuhin special, and then this one right here, Dr. Chopper's Adventure Checkup, the Ballad of a Father and Daughter. That's 22 episodes. Now it says right there SP17. So it's like they really love, they being Toei and One Piece, they really love going in there and giving us all these recap episodes. And it looks like it really picked up in recent times and whatnot. As you can see, prior to the 2020, there are only three recap episodes, and then they just started picking up within the past few years. So that just goes to show that fans of One Piece pretty much are all on the same page. We don't like these recap episodes. And then right here, just reading the comment from Mad Moxie, not totally surprising given nobody likes a recap. That is exactly correct. Nobody likes a recap. So I don't know why any of these animation studios keep giving them to us. Hey, we know what you guys want. You want to pause in the story and you want to see a recap of everything up to the point of where you're at in the story. Yay. No. But those are my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts on recap episodes? Do you guys like recap episodes, or are you kind of like me and like, you know what, we can do without the recap episodes? Just continue giving us the story. Or if you need to take a break from the story like you did with the hiatus, take a hiatus and then come back and give us more stories. That's how it used to be back in the day with old television, by the way, broadcast television. You would get episodes and then you would get a hiatus period, and then you get another season. It's kind of funny how we should probably go back to doing that. But I digress on that. Jump down in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff's helped me out. But also what really helps me out is if you guys watch this video to the end. Thank you very much for doing that. Watching the video to the end really helps with the algorithm. All of it helps me out. But remember, this is Chris Bolts signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. You guys take it easy.